friends, thanks for joining me. It's Morag here with another process video for you using the beautiful March kits. And as you can see, it is chock-a-block with beautiful spring goodies. And I'll also be using the colour kit today, or some of the inks out of the colour kit, as well as a cut file. In fact, I've chosen the cut file from January. And as a subscriber, even if you're a new subscriber, you'll get to download any of the cut files you wish from the library. And the library is very extensive. So what a great benefit that is. I picked the postage stamp frames from January, and I've got it in my mind to use the negative space from the cut file as a stencil. So I'm going to be, as you can see, I've mounted my photos in the frame, and then I'm going to ink around those beautiful flowers as if there were postage stamps below it. So I'm just picking out any of the frames really, and then I'm trying to be careful to blend ink up towards the flowers so it looks as though it's gone behind those pretty flowers. And I just thought this was a fun way to show off the cut files and how versatile they are, because obviously you can use them as they're intended, but also as a stencil element. And I'm using some inks that came with the colour kit. I think it was this month and also in February's kit. I've lost the plot, I have. And just to give my frames a little bit more definition, I've gone out, used the stencil again, or the cut file again, just to help guide me with a fine liner. And this is a 0.1 fine liner in a light grey. And it just gives it that little bit of definition. And I love how it turned out, because I just thought it was just something a little bit different. It is hard sometimes just to come up with new ideas, isn't it? I'm sure you have that same problem. So I am using, the title is from the embellishment kit, Simple Vintage Life in Bloom. And it's really quite a big chunky title, to be honest. So it did need some consideration as to where I could place that. Because I thought about it after I'd already started the design. So there's a good note to self there. So some of the beautiful stickers from the Pink Fresh Studio. What's this chap called? Oh, I've got a memory of a sieve sometimes. Chrysanthemum. So that came in your embellishment kit this month. I just want to arrange those frames because I want them offset from one another, and I need to leave space for that big title at the bottom there. So I kind of just going to take my time just to get those into place. And of course I am using my T-square ruler just to ensure they are vertical. So excuse my funny camera angle, but I can promise you they are vertical. It's probably just my phone isn't very flat towards the surface there. Now I used wet glue to stick down my photos just so I've got a little bit more time to manoeuvre things, because as you can see I keep putting the things down, the frames down, and they keep changing their position. And I did want to be sure that everything's lined up correctly. So in the Pocket Live kit in the past few, well, in January, from January 23, we've had a beautiful set of gorgeous stamps, which are perfect for journaling and for decorations. And I'm going to use the black ink that came in the January Pocket Live kit, but you can use any of your inks to do some stamping, whatever your favourite ink is. Now, I'll admit today I was a little bit stamping challenged for some reason. I don't know why. So it did take me a couple of attempts. I was all over the place today. I don't know, just not pushing down enough or pushing down too much. I'm not normally so bad. But what I love about the Catherine Pooler black ink, it is really juicy black. And it stamps really clearly normally, except for when you're a little bit stamp challenged like today. So I'm just trying out a few different stamps from that stamp set in the March Pocket Life kit. And I shall be using those to add a bit of journaling to my background. I did manage to get some ink on my background, my mat there. So I've just used a little hand wash, you know, the alcohol hand wash, and that's come off a treat. So top tip there, if you do get it on your hands or onto your surface, you can wash it off with some hand gel. So I fussy cut out mine, and I'm really glad that I've stamped separately onto paper rather than directly onto my background, just because of my inability to stamp correctly today. But there's a good selection on that stamp set of all sorts of beautiful words, journaling and elements. So it's a really good staple to have in your stash. So it's a really good investment, because stamps are very expensive and these are really high quality stamps, much better than many that I've used in the past. So I'm very pleased with those. And I'm just going to decorate them with some stickers and elements. I think in the embellishment kit in March we got these rub-on stickers, and I'm just going to use the tool that came with the rub-ons, just to lay. I wanted just a partial bit of rub-on. I didn't want a perfect ticket there. I just wanted a bit of background, so it just kind of spruced up that little postage stamp there. And I'm just going to add a sticker from the main kit there. And I love how that turned out, because it just gave it a little bit of detail. It extended the title somewhat, so that turned out really well. Apologise for my head, but I'm going to just lay down some ink for a bit background colour, as you can see there. And that's where I'm going to put my journaling from the stamp. And I'm just going to find a sticker to go below there, just for a little bit more detail. And I love how it's turned out, because it's quite simple. I really like the way that those inked stamped areas add a little bit more colour to that background. I think those flowers obviously would be perfect for colouring in. But I thought rather than do that, it would just be nice to do something a bit different. So I'm going to distress that top right hand corner for a bit of a feature. And I needed to find a paper to back it with. So I love this library ticket paper. And I'm just going to pull out some of the colours that tone with the inking that I've done. And I've wet that corner now, so that when I fold it and crease it, it will stay in place. But I love the distressed feel of that. So just to add a bit of interest up there, I'm going to add that sticker, which I've actually cut in half. So now I've got 2 stickers for the price of 1. Perfect. And I'm just going to tuck in those tickets that I stamped out. Now that I've stuck my stickers down, obviously I would have been better off to do that first. And that is more or less it. I'm just going to add a final few bits, a few stickers here and there. And I really hope you like this technique of using the cut files as a stencil. So you've doubled your your use of the cut files almost. And I would love to see what you do with the cut files, and indeed if you like this technique, do tag me in the group. I'd love to see what you do and what you make of it. And I really hope you're enjoying the March kits as much as I am. So I will see you on the next video, and thank you so much for joining me. You can head over to the blog to see the close-ups easily, a little bit more detail, and I'll also link the cut file. So if you are a member of Hip Kit Club, you can enjoy those cut files all the way from the beginning. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.